1. Okay.
Yo, episode 2. We're back. Jaden, say what's up.
Yeah.
Casey, say what's up.
What up?
Episode 2, we're gonna do MLB today. We're going to do our predictions for playoffs and the awards for the regular season. And I'll just say quick before Jaden kind of carries us through the way that we've been taking a little while because of technical difficulties and schedules and stuff like that, but we should be back doing them on a kind of consistent basis.
Yeah, hopefully pretty consistent.
But we'll pass it on to Jaden, and Jaden, you can kind of explain how we're gonna do things.
All right. So we're gonna start off with our playoff predictions. We're gonna be going from AL to NL. Well, yeah, we're gonna do AL to NL. So we're gonna do our AL bracket first, and then we're gonna do our NL bracket. So Casey, do you want to start with your bracket?
We can
Sure.
go pick by pick. We can go pick by pick if you want.
Oh yeah, we should just do that.
So we'll go
in the NBA.
one seed. We'll go 1 seed, 8 seed AL first.
So the 1 seed and 8 seed for the AL is the Rays versus Blue Jays. For that, I have the Rays clean sweeping the Blue Jays 2-0.
I have the same
I got
thing.
a clean sweep.
Yeah, it's not even debatable of a matchup. It's not very close.
Glasnow takes the mound today. This is recorded Wednesday, September 30th, by the way. So yeah. Carter, I'm guessing you had the same.
Yeah, I had the same. I had clean sweep too.
All right. Cleveland, New York.
So yeah, Cleveland, New York. This is gonna be. I think the Indians take the next game, but then I have the Yankees winning in 3.
So why actually? Well, wait, who's on the mound after Garrett Cole? Because the Indians have.
Yeah, who's pitching? Who's pitching? Is it today or tomorrow they play?
Is it Paxton? Is Paxton?
I think Paxton's hurt. Because I know that the Indians, they also have Zach Plesac and I think Savali was pitching.
Yeah, their staff is so. Yeah, the Carrasco pitched pretty good from what I've.
Carrasco.
Is it Davy Garcia? Is that who it is?
He might be. But doesn't really matter. I have Yankees I have the Yankees winning tomorrow, or whenever they play. So I have a 2-0 Yankees winning.
Yeah, I have 2-0 too. I think the Yankees can as good as the Indians pitchers are. I think the Yankees bats can come around and win the game. And it may not be by a lot, but I think the Yankees hitters are still going to come out swinging and win by 1 or 2.
Yeah, decent margin.
Here's Twins Astros. The Jorge Polanco yesterday. But I have the Astros winning this because Springer's been heating up, Bregman's been hitting. But also they have the Twins just haven't looked very good.
Yeah, I also have the Astros winning 2-1. I just feel like even though with the scandal and stuff of the last few years, I feel like the Astros are, despite the trash can, the accusations and stuff, I feel like the Astros are very good in playoff circumstances. So I feel like they come out in the first round.
Only thing that concerns me with that team is their pitching. But same thing with the Twins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the Astros can come out and win that game, I think. And go to the next round.
Okay, so now we have A's versus the White Sox. I have the A's winning this, even though Giolito looked dominant yesterday. Giolito can't pitch every single game, and I just have the A's winning the game.
I have
A's in 3.
I have the White Sox winning this one 2-1. This series. I feel like it's going to be a really hard-fought series, and I just think the White Sox will end up coming out on top.
Yeah, I also have I have White Sox in 3. I think the White Sox, the Rays will probably take the next game, but I feel like the White Sox are going to come out and maybe not. Giolito can't pitch every day, but I feel like some of the White Sox bats will heat up more, even though they're already pretty hot, and take another win and go to the next round.
Yeah.
All right, now moving on to the ALDS, where it is Rays versus New York for me.
We need to. Oh, are we doing? Are we?
Go, yeah, no,
Are
go
we doing?
do NL first, and then we can go. We'll just go round by round, AL then NL.
All right, so we have Dodgers versus Brewers. I have Dodgers 2 games. I don't think the Brewers are that great of a team. Yelich hasn't been hitting very good. Devin Williams is out now. I just got that from Bleacher Report. So yeah, Dodgers in 2.
Well, I also think Dodgers in 2. Yelich has not been very good this year. I think we've all noticed that, and I think it won't be that much competition because I know isn't Bueller on the mound today?
I think
I got
Bueller's
him.
on the mound, and then they still got Kershaw. They still have Gonsolin. They still have all of them.
Yeah.
Carter.
Yeah, I have Dodgers in 2. I think Dodgers is the best team in baseball right now, and I don't think that even with Yelich being as good as he is, even though he's not playing very well right now, but as good as he is, I think even if he picks up the pace and starts hitting well, I still think the Dodgers win in 2.
Yeah. Now we got San Diego versus St. Louis. I think this is actually going to be a pretty good series. If I don't believe that St. Louis has Miles Michaelis. So same thing with that goes with the White Sox. Jack Flaherty can't pitch every single game.
Oh,
So I have Padres in 3.
that's also what I have because, like you said, Flaherty can't go every game with Nicholas out. Then I don't think their pitching staff in the actual rotation is that deep. So I also have the Padres in 3.
Yeah, and I'd go Padres in 2 or 3. I think that the offense. I feel like the Padres offense can overpower some of the pitching of St. Louis, and I don't think that they have good pitchers, but I don't think that their rotation is that deep enough to beat that great offensive team.
Also, I want to mention that Clevenger and Janelson Lamet are out for the Padres in the wild card round. So that is 2 crucial starting pitchers that could be a factor. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals won. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals won, but that Padres offense is very good.
I get that's a tough now because that's a big blow for the Padres there.
It is. All right. Now we have Cubs versus Miami. I think it's Cubs in 2. Miami was a great story this year, but I just can't see Miami doing that great. But every time that Miami has made the playoffs, they made it to the NLCS. So I think that streak ends.
I also would say that streak would end. I have the Cubs in 3. I feel like Miami will end up taking 1 cheap game. They might score 6 runs or something like that.
Yeah.
But they just don't have a good enough team for the playoffs. The team they have right now isn't built for the playoffs. I'm not saying the Cubs are, because the Cubs are based off of this year. The Cubs have a very good pitching staff, but their lineup needs to step up if they want to go far.
Yeah, and I'd say Cubs in 2. I don't think that the Marlins were a good regular season team, but I don't think that team can perform as well as they did in the regular season in the postseason, especially playing a great team like the Cubs.
So now we got Atlanta versus Cincinnati. I have Cincinnati in either 2 or 3. I think I could see the Braves getting maybe 1 game just because their offense is very good, but that top 3 for the Reds, Bauer, Sonny Grant, and Castillo is deadly. I can't see them winning a 3-game series.
I have the Reds in 3 because I feel like the Braves will just end. I feel like the Braves will end up getting 1 game, but that Reds offense is so nasty, and especially with those first 3 pitchers, like you said, they have a very good chance to go far in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a tough team. That's a tough team to play against in the playoffs, especially with those pitchers and the offense that they do have. I feel like even with great offensive teams, it's hard to hit off of them. And even with great pitchers, they can still score runs. So I think that Cincinnati wins probably in 3.
All right, now we're moving on to the ALDS, where for me it's the Tampa Bay versus New York. I have Tampa Bay winning that series in 4 games.
Yeah, because these games are in 5, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ALDS is in 5. But I'm pretty sure Snell pitched pretty good the other day, so maybe he can carry that on. Morton needs to step up, and they have Glass now too, which is also who's very good.
Well, yeah, if I have the Yankees in 5, I feel like that just pure from this offense. But in order for the Rays to win this series, they're going to need Snell to step up.
Yeah.
He might be the X factor in taking one of these games. He's going to need to step up for them to win.
Also, the Rays have one of the best bullpens in the league, so
Arguably the best.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd probably go Rays in 5. I think that as well as the Yankees hit, I don't think that the Rays have, like you said, arguably the best bullpen, very good starting pitchers, and I don't think that as well as the Yankees do hit, I don't know if they can come consistently with that. I don't know if they can come hitting consistently that well through the postseason. So I say they take it in 5. I say the Rays take it in 5.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the next ALDS series is for me the Astros versus the A's. I have the A's moving on in 4 games.
Okay, so me and Carter's is the Astros versus White Sox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Carter. So I have the White Sox in 5. I feel like it's gonna be like a really grit and grind series. I feel this is gonna come down to which team can pitch better. I don't feel like a lot of runs will be scored. So I think it's just gonna come down to that.
Yeah, I'd say White Sox in 5 too. I think it's going to be a tough series, but I don't think that I feel like if the White Sox come out and pitch well, then it'll be hard for the Astros to beat them.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the NLDS, for me, it is the Dodgers versus the Padres. I have the Dodgers winning this in 3 games. I don't really see I could see the Padres taking maybe 1 game, so I say 3 or 4 games. So, yeah.
I have the Dodgers in 4. I just feel like the Padres don't have what it takes to match the Dodgers. Dodgers a very good team.
Yeah.
Carter, what do you have?
Yeah, I don't think that any team, especially the Padres right now, as well as they are, I feel like Tatis has to hit his best. I feel like Machado has to play his best. I feel like all of the guys on the Padres would have to play their best and more, and they'd have to pitch very well to beat the Dodgers. And I just don't think that they can do that, so I have Dodgers in 4.
Yeah. Moving on to the next DS series is the Reds versus the Cubs for me. I have the Reds beating them in 3 games, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have the Reds just I think they'll beat them in 3.
Right.
I have Reds in 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like that offense for the Cubs can't match the Reds pitching staff.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's not even going to be close.
All right, moving on to the ALCS. This is now best of 7 series. I have the Rays versus
the A's.
Yeah, Rays versus the A's. I have the Rays moving on. I have the Rays moving on in 5 or 6 games.
All right. I have a completely different one. I have the Yankees versus the White Sox, and I feel like the Yankees will win the series 4-2.
And I have Rays White Sox, correct?
I guess you do.
Yes.
Yeah. I would have Rays in 4. I feel like the White Sox can play good the entire postseason, but I feel like they're just not a good enough offensive team to beat the Rays.
I think that the White Sox problem is their pitching.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I'd say that their offense isn't. I'm not sitting here saying their offense is bad. I'm just saying that their offense is good, but I don't know how good it is compared to the Rays pitching, and I don't know if their pitching can do well enough to keep up with the Rays hitters.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So,
Are we doing
NL.
NLCS?
Mhm.
I have Dodgers. Wait.
If Dodgers,
yeah.
right? We all have the
Oh.
Dodgers.
By the way, while we're recording this, the Braves and the Reds are going to the extra innings, tied at 0.
Wow.
Yeah, Ozzy Albies just struck out.
So I have Dodgers versus the Reds.
Yeah, I think we all.
I think it's Dodgers winning in
Mhm.
5 or 6 games. But that
Yeah,
Dodgers
I'd
offense
say-
is crazy.
I'd say Dodgers in 5 or 6. The Reds can pitch as good as they want, but I feel like it's very hard to stop that Dodgers defense.
I think
offense, yeah, offense.
I'm going with a controversial pick. I think I'm going Reds in 7. I just feel like if they pitch game 1 with Bauer and then have him come back in game 5 and they're up at the series like 2, if it's 2-2, I feel like they're set for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
And if that situation happens, I think they'll end up winning.
All right. My World Series is Dodgers versus the Rays. I have Dodgers winning in 7 games. I think this is going to be a really good series. The Dodgers offense is extremely good. The Rays pitching is very good, but the Dodgers also have pitching, and I think they both have really good pitching. But I think that I have to give the Dodgers the upper hand because of their offense.
Mm-hmm.
And you said how many games you have the Dodgers?
I have Dodgers in 7.
Okay.
Yeah, Carter. You have the
I
same
can go because I have the same one. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have the same thing. So I'd say Dodgers in 6 or 7. I feel like the Dodgers offense and pitching can withstand I feel like their offense can withstand some of the Rays pitchers and get them a couple wins early, and then the Rays might come back a little bit. But I feel like at the end of the day, the Dodgers are going to win that series.
So for mine, I have the Yankees and Reds. I'd probably go Yankees in 6, or I'd probably go Yankees in 5 or 6, because I even though that Reds pitching staff is so good, I don't know if they can match. Actually, I'd probably go Yankees in 6 or 7, because after a long series with the Dodgers, I feel like most of their pitchers would be gassed for the next series. So I just feel like it will be a hard series against the Yankees, but I feel like the Yankees will come out on top.
All right. So now we're gonna move into our awards. So we're gonna do AL. Do you want to do it by like league, or do you want to do it by just award?
Let's go by award, I think. Kier, do you want to start off with like the lowest one, like Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, we're gonna start off with Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna start off with my AL Rookie of the Year, and I'm gonna say Kyle Lewis of the Seattle Mariners. I'd give him over the edge of Luis Robert. This year, Kyle Lewis, he had let me pull up Fangraphs real quick.
Yep. From what I saw,
271 average, 372 on base percentage, 452 slugging, 358 WOBA, where 314 is average, 132 WRC plus, where 100 is average, and he had 0 defensive run saves, and he had a negative 1.6 UZR and a 1.8 F4. I think he was a great player this year. So yeah.
I also have Kyle Lewis, like you said, edging out over Luis Robert. You said most of the stuff I was about to say, so.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, same thing. I'm not gonna re-say those stats again. He said them all. He gave a good point, so I'd agree.
Okay, so we're gonna do our NL Rookie of the Year. I give it to Devin Williams of the Milwaukee Brewers. He had a phenomenal. I'm just gonna say he had a great year this year. He had a .33 ERA, a .84 FIP, which is crazy, 1.08 xFIP, and a 1.54 Sierra, which is extremely good, like very, very good. He's striking out people 53% of the time with his he's just striking people 53% of the time. And his changeup, batters are 1 for 59 off of it this year.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Imagine being 1 for 59 off of one pitch.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. And he also had a 1.4 F4 as a reliever.
Yeah, so I'd also go with Devin Williams being out over the Phillies rookie, Alec Boehm. Because Devin Williams, 27 innings pitched, he's only given up 1 earned run. That's just insane to think of that. And he's going to be a major loss for the Brewers in this round. So, yeah.
Yeah, I had Alec Boehm, but I think that with you re-saying those stats and some of the stuff like that, I feel like he can edge out you said Devin Williams?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like he'll edge him out. He will edge out Alec Boehm in that specific award
Category.
category.
Alright,
Yeah, category. There you go.
Want to move on to Cy Young now? I'll start off with the AL. I think it should be no doubt Shane Bieber. Like no doubt
Mhm,
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like all of us have.
Shane Bieber.
All of us should have Shane Bieber. Yeah, I have Shane Bieber.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't even think we can
It's-
talk about that because
Yeah, it just should be unanimous. It's not even debatable.
yeah.
Yeah, the NL is a little bit debatable, or NL's a little bit more debatable, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just gonna
And
I'm gonna read off
Go
Shane
ahead.
Bieber stats just to show you. And 17 innings, he had a 1.74 ERA. 72 innings, he had a 1.74 ERA, 2.14 FIP, a 2.12 xFIP, and a 2.53 SIERA.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
very good
Guys,
year. All right, NL, Cy Young. I think this is a pretty close race between Trevor Bauer, Yu Darvish, and Jacob deGrom. I'm gonna give it to Trevor Bauer though. I think that Trevor Bauer, he's having a great year. In 65 innings pitched, he has a 1.80 ERA, a 3.15 FIP, 3.31 xFIP, and a 3.00 SIERA, which is a great year.
Yeah, for me, I'm giving it to Jacob deGrom. I just feel like with his legacy and stuff, he had another amazing year along. He had a 2.3 ERA. Hold on, let me pull up Fangraphs quick.
Yeah, well, he pulls it up. I had Bauer for the same reasons that Jaden had him, but I feel like when you're
Yeah,
going
this-
against all of those pitchers, you're always kind of like no hitter wants to face those pitchers, obviously. But I feel like when
Yeah.
Bauer's really on.
I mean, yeah, because Bauer gave up 0 runs today.
Yeah, he gave up 0 runs in 7.5 innings or 8 innings.
So insane. Yeah. deGrom had a 2.38 ERA, a 2.26 FIP, and his xFIP was 2.46. So I just think he had a very good year, and I feel like Cy Young might be the most debatable award that we could give out this year.
Yeah, I feel like that Cy Young is definitely the most debatable.
Yeah, for NL.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna do MVP. You want to start off?
Sure. I think we should start with NL this time.
Okay, you want to start with NL?
Because this should, I'm saying this now, this should basically just be unanimous.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman.
Yep.
Put up a 640 slugging percentage, a 1,100 OPS, a 187 WRC plus. It just should be unanimous.
So yeah,
Like-
Yeah, there's no questions to ask. Freddie Freeman should win MVP.
So we're gonna do AL MVP because we all agree on Freeman for
Yep.
NL. For the AL, I'm actually gonna go with Jose Abreu. He's
Jose Abreu, very good year.
been going crazy this year.
Mhm.
This year he had a 167 WRC plus with a 4.11 WOBA. He had batting average doesn't really matter, but he had 3.13. Why am I saying it like that? 317. 370 on base percentage, and he slugged 617. He also had a 300 ISO, which is isolated power. So yeah.
Carter, you want to say
Yeah.
your pick?
I can, yeah. I have Trout. I think that Trout's always kind of that reliable bat in the order. He had a great year. I don't have his stats on
The stats
like
up
the
right
top of
now
my
if you
head.
want me to read them.
Yeah, can you bring his stats up for me? And then Casey, you can go with yours too.
I also had Trout. His on base percentage was 390. He had a 603 slugging percentage. His WOBA was 407. He also had a 164 WRC plus. I feel like this one's also very close. It could go any way for this award.
I think Shane Bieber also has a strong case just because how good he was this year.
Shane Bieber was just straight dominant this year.
All right. I think that's gonna.
Is that gonna wrap it up?
Yep.
You're gonna wrap it up. All right, Casey. Why don't you make a case for what's gonna happen next time we get on? For NFL, I think it'll be the next episode.
So the next episode we're gonna try to film, which is on Friday. We're gonna do predictions, recap of the previous week. We're gonna try to like mix up a bunch of different stuff, and we'll just end up like what. That's what we'll just discuss on Friday. So yeah. So this was episode 2 of our podcast. We're glad to be back after multiple technical difficulties.
Yeah. Also,
Yep.
make sure to follow our Instagram.
Yeah. Follow the Instagram.
At the 3on3 pod. We're gonna be we'll be making some posts on there.
Listen to a couple clips and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's gonna end it.